Have you been thinking to quit your addictions? My name is Mila and I'm gonna talk today about how we can quit addiction one by one. It's today remind me about how I stopped drinking coffee for about 6 weeks. Today I have some things to feel again and to do a checkup test how it is, because it's not about one finish, it's about the marathon. It remind me how I quit smoking, and in recent conversation I was like, I don't smoke for what? How long? What? I thought before that I couldn't even be without cigarettes or vape for like 1 or 2 days. Now it's been over 2 years. It's really makes a big difference in my quality of life, quality of skin, and even thought process. If I can do this and I can do that and I can do more, it's give you a willpower to change your life. How I got into smoking, I was 14 years old, 14 with 1-4. Back in Ukraine, it was a very sweet grandmas who was giving cigarettes one by one pieces, because my parents gave me some lunch money. It was of course not enough to buy a whole packet. And next to the school, it was the sweet grandmas who sell sunflower seeds and candies. Also cigarettes. They sell cigarettes for a very small amount of money, because it's one by one cigarette, not the whole pack. You buy like 1 or 2 cigarettes. After school, you go and smoke it. As a form of socialization, it was bad. No one even controlled. At least nowadays, people do vape that doesn't produce any smell. Back in the days, it was at least we had smell on our fingers, on the skin, on hair. Hair, it was just totally obvious sign. Parents were very strict about it. Especially my parents, they don't smoke, so they were more cautious about it. We had some arguments. Fast forward, since a teenager time, it's kind of harder to quit, because you build your social life around cigarettes. It was very popular to just grab a coffee and cigarette in like high school year, in university. We didn't have that much health consciousness propaganda. Nowadays, I feel it's more wellness, health, and all about it. I'm so supporting it. The thing is, how I decided to quit, it was not a first try. It was not a one time. First signs, it was around when I was around 20-year-old. It was sign of the health that been changing. I was like, I need to stop. I read a book of Carr, that famous book. I think it was really helpful. It was only for not long period of time, not long. Also, the thing, it was the weight was gaining. I was like, no, don't gain weight. I remember I went to Poland. I met a friend who from Ukraine who lived in Poland, and he was like, let's smoke. And I was like, nah, no, I'm quitting. And it was my first week. It was very, very hard. That lasted for about a year or so. It's been really good. It's very helpful. But the thing is, it's after many years going back and forth, I hope it will be last one. I also started to look at this as I need to control that behavior, not that behavior controlling me. With cigarettes, it's easier to quit because you cannot smoke in your bedroom. Otherwise, you're going to burn yourself in your house. You cannot do things with cigarettes inside buildings because a lot of laws against it. Also, I think one of the things that helped me to quit, I moved to United States, and here is so strictly prohibited to smoke cigarettes around anywhere. When I went back to Europe like last year, saw in Germany, it's just like everywhere, that ashtrays. And I was like, what? Smoking, so you're just smoking secondhand. I think it's also encouraging people to smoke more because it's very available. It's not prohibited. You can just sit and smoke everywhere. And it's like, okay. In the United States, no, you cannot smoke in your car when you have children. You cannot smoke in public transportations. You cannot smoke in restaurants. Only in very special smoking lounges, cigar lounges. So that is definitely help. It's kind of like name me 5 people that around you, and I can tell you that you are I'm of these 5 people. So also my friends, we started to be more self-consciousness, and we need to stop smoking. This is not, it's kind of, it's a skin problem. It's kind of, I couldn't get up on like second floor without having a very heavy breath. It's like bad. And I'm like in my 20s, like hello, I'm gonna be like this in my 20s. I'm gonna be like in, and this is like hot poo in the morning. It's even worse. So yeah, like who around you, and if you're gonna be constantly like behavior, and people around you is gonna encourage this behavior, like, hey, just one cigarette, oh, it's just a vape, here, like, get a puff. Vape was more harder. It was more harder to quit, and it was not even one time, it was a lot of cycles. And it's better to go in cycle and think about like, yeah, I'm gonna quit now smoking, but it's not like I'm putting the cigarette or vape on pedestal, like, oh my god, this is some unattainable thing that I never ever gonna do in my life. What? Never say never, right? Never. And I think it's getting easier if you think about like, hey, I'm quit smoking, I'm gonna see how I'm feeling, and I'm gonna check it out. I give myself 30. Better to do 90 days because, behavior, any kind of behavior, getting built within like a longer time period. And also if it's part of your life, if you wake up and have breakfast, European breakfast with cigarette and coffee, it's harder to quit. But the thing is, it's, you want it, you will do it. And it's also just to check your willpower. It's like, do it, can I stop it? Is it okay if I stop it? And just give yourself some time. So just see how you feel, if you feel better without it. And also after you stop, it starts the process of cleansing. Vape, it was like horrible. I remember it was like, the problem is like with vaping, it's like it's very affecting skin, and it's affecting like lungs. Wasn't able to perform sports at all. It was just like, I also been like, a pacifier everywhere. But it's very possible. It's just you give yourself a timeline and just give yourself like a permission to again use it. I'll give you an example. I quit smoking like longer time ago, then I quit hookah. It's like awesome stuff, and vaping, like, but when I went to Germany, I looked at it, I was like, I want to feel myself again like 10 years ago, and was just smoking on verandas and did for 3 days, and I gave myself like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Berlin for 3 days, I'm gonna do it, just do it. And also because I saw my friend from like 10 years ago when we saw last time each other, it was very like reunion. We felt like it was a timeline shift, time machine, But after that 3 days, I was like, okay, I'm leaving this place in 3 days and I'm not gonna smoke. And the thing is, I am not gonna buy the cigarette. Why? Because if you buy it and you keep it somewhere, it's gonna encourage you to go and do it because it's very easy. If it's somewhere in, 7-Eleven or some corner store, it's harder to go because you need either drive or you need to walk, and you need to like, it's kind of like walk of shame in the thing. It's like, what, this thing can control me? No. So yeah, so you stop buying it and you decide to focus on something else, and there is going to be a lot of thoughts, like a little bit, maybe this, irritation, but you need to just keep it going and go through. It's like one day at a time. Today is one day. And that's so yeah, it was very interesting video, and let me know if you have any comments, or maybe you can share your experience how you quit some bad behaviors. And I was happy to share it with you, and I hope it's gonna continue this healthy path, and gonna enjoy our wellness, healthness, and like life with doing only good things. And thank you so much. I'm thankful for you tuning in with me and enjoying, and see you on my next video, lives and comments. I love you so much, and I wishing you a very good time.